Hey, hope you're having a great day. Let's gonna talk about some September book releases. I was so excited for these, so I figured let's get on here. Let's talk to you. Let me show you some of my favorite authors and some things that are coming out this month, September 2024. Also, good for any time of the year, but just happens they release this month. So, starting out first, Daydream by Hannah Grace. Woo! Third in a standalone series of Icebreaker and Wildfire. So this one is about Henry, and I'm super excited to see where that goes. It's going to be fun. Releases August 27th. This is a college romance, and I think it's going to be more of like a booky girl with a hockey guy, and I think it's going to be really fun. There's always a really good spice to it. I really enjoyed the second book in the series, Wildfire, and so I'm really, really looking forward to Daydream. So hopefully we actually daydream about it, but anyway, moving on. Next is great for the end of summer reads. I read the first book in the series, but the fifth book is the one coming out in September. It is called The Summer I First Saw You. This one is a standalone romance along each of this whole series. Each follows a different couple. And this one is, I guess, an age gap romance. Of course, it only happens over the summer. I really enjoyed the first book. Like, it gave me all of the emotions I was not expecting. Great end of summer read, and it's something that was so unexpected of a story, and it just, like, it's torture, but you love it, if that makes any sense at all. Like, it's a bit of a tumultuous emotions going through these books, and it ends with a happily ever after, but you don't know what's going to happen, and it's just so good, and you really enjoy the series, and it's a really fun, good book. So I'm really excited for this fifth book to come out, and I think it's going to be a good one. Again, I love this author, and I think it's going to be really fun. Age gap, and of course summertime, and it's always a good emotional turbulence that you need, and it ends with a really good happily ever after. And what more could you ask for? Vampire, super excited for this book. Again, interconnected series. They're all standalones, but different characters kind of trickle in, but it's about a different couple. This one is about, of course, a vampire, and the main character is Ophelia. So this one is going to be really fun. A bit of an age gap romance, of course, because he's an older vampire and she, I believe, a human. But this is going to be really fun. I really liked the two other books previously. Lee Miller, the author, is one of my all-time favorites. Pretty sure I've read almost every single one of her books. But this one is going to be super good. So this follows a Monster Bureau relation. So the humans know now that, like, fae and otherworldly kind, like shifters, vampires, are real. And so the Monsters Bureau is pretty much made to kind of get everybody in order and, like, acclimate the humans to, like, them being around and all these different shifters and things like that. And so each one ends up falling in line with a different romance. Usually fated mates are involved, and it's super interesting. I loved every book so far, so I'm really excited for this vampire. Of course, I was a Twilight era girly, so for me, Twilight or anything vampire related, I'm gonna read. So I'm super excited for this one, and I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it too. Goldfinch. It comes out September 24th. This is the end of the Plated Prisoner series. I believe this is 6 books. This is the 6th and ending book. I know I have not read the 5th book yet, so I had started the series early in the year, and when another book comes out, I like to reread the whole series before I then go into the next book. I don't like to just read it after it had been like several months or a year. So I was waiting till this final book comes out, so I'm super excited. That comes out September 24th. So good. So this is about Fae Humans King Midas retelling. It gets a little spicy in the middle there, but what happened in the first book, I will completely say, first book, real dark. Real dark. You're unsure kind of what's going on. It's a little rough to get through, I'm not gonna lie, but it sets the story down, and like everything that happens, especially sets it up for book 2 and the rest of the series. Like, if you're really unsure about it, or if you didn't like the first book, go through it. I promise you, it gets better. It's going to be worth it. And trust me, I'm so excited for the end of this series. It's going to be so good. But again, it follows. So again, King Midas retelling. There's Gold. He like lives in this like winter complex, and the main character, she is pretty much his bird in a cage, and she's stuck there, and she looks like head to toe in gold. Things happen. Pretty much a prisoner, is not allowed to leave. Nobody's allowed to touch her. Well, everything kind of gets taken over, and she gets taken prisoner by the like other guy, and of course the bad guy that like nobody wants to ever talk to. Things happen. She then learns the truth about herself and things that are going on. So many secrets are spilled. It's a mystery about who she is, who he is, and how Fae kind of work into this mindset, because Fae have not been heard of for like hundreds of years, and they're supposedly in this other realm. It's good. It keeps you on your toes. So this is going to be really good. Again, I believe this is book 6. It's going to be a good one. Start the series. Trust me, you pass the first one, you're gonna love the rest, okay? Oh, next. Never Keep by the Twisted Sisters, come out September 24th, the same day as Goldfinch. Okay, so Zodiac Academy is one of my all-time favorite series, like all time. Okay, this is a book series that I love, and so this is their new series of the Caroline Peckham and Susan Valente. They are the authors. This is their new series. It is based in Solaria, so not the same area that Zodiac Academy is in, but the same world and same realm. So it follows a new set of characters. It's going to be a completely new book series. It's going to be so good. So pretty much, I believe every time at the age of 21, all of these Fae then have to go and pretty much are conscripted into this army, and they have to fight other Fae. And let me tell you, it's gonna be so good. It looks so good. I already see some creators who have gotten arcs and things like that in the books. I'm already starting to read and give them little snippets. It's gonna be the new best series. If you haven't read Zodiac Academy, absolutely read that series. It's totally worth it. But this one, it's gonna be good. I'm just gonna give you a little snippet of Never Keep because I'm really excited for it. So the dragons are lost, the elements are at war, enlisting isn't optional, and I'm falling for a man who wants me dead. I'm a wielder of hearts and summoner of corruption, heir to nothing and born to a fool in the wrong damn month. But I'm also one of only two Fae in this divided land of Hellions who might be starting to see through the lies we swallowed for so long. In the year we turn 21, conscripts from across the warring nations of air, fire, earth, and water are sent to Never Keep, the only place in our besieged continent where magic can be awakened. But something is wrong inside Never Keep, something which might extend far beyond the reaches of this desolate fortress. Within the Gothic walls of this frigid castle in the snow, we're left to hold our own against the brutal Fae from the opposing lands. The Reapers are merciless, the Royals are lying, the werewolves run rampant, and the vampires roam the wastelands in bloodthirsty covens. But even though death lurks in every shadow of the keep, it's the least of my worries. I'm delving into secrets the stars don't want me uncovering, making alliances with Fae born to be my enemy, falling for a sinner who, while promising my heart to a different heathen and someone amid it all, I'm supposed to win a war? I thought the only thing I had to do was survive my magical instruction. Turns out, fate doesn't favor the wicked. You can't tell me that that's not good. I don't care who you are. This is going to be a good series. It's going to be so good. I think this is going to be, again, a true lovers or enemies to lovers situation. It's going to be good. I'm really excited. September 24th is when this one comes out. Let's get excited for that one. Okay. Next is Fortune Falls. So this one comes out. Next one, Fortune Falls, comes out September 27th. This is the 5th book of the series. I'm unsure if this is the last one or not, but this is a young adult dystopian series. So pretty much how the series starts out is they all go to this leadership camp, like out in the middle of nowhere in the woods. And so they're completely isolated. They have no cell reception, don't know what's going on in the world. Something happens, some type of pathogen, things are coming out, kind of like a zombie virus, something like that. You get sick really easily, and a lot of people die. So they're at this week for camp. They're there for a week, and then they don't know what happens. They come out of the camp, and like nobody comes to pick them up when they're supposed to. And then it's the survival of pretty much the fittest, and they go through this huge survival journey of like, where do they go? What do they do? Because these are all like elder teenagers with a couple of camp counselors. Things happen, and it's such a really good book series if you're into the dystopian, especially YA. A little bit of love in there, but the plot is really what it's there for. It's very interesting, the dynamic of surviving and things like that, and so super good. Really excited for that. I really enjoyed the series. First one, a little slow, but it builds the storyline, and you understand the characters going into book 2, which then proceeds to get you throughout, and it like hooks you in really good. So highly suggest the series. This is one for you for sure. And then honorable mention. So this is technically a series that has already been out, but it is out on Kindle Unlimited for the first time. This comes out September 1st. So this is a book series I am super excited for. I've been watching her on Instagram, like I follow the author, and I have not yet read the series just because it's not been easily available. I don't always have the money to buy books, like physical copies, so I'm super excited for it. But it's a 4-book series. It's called This Blood That Binds Us. And from my understanding, it's a vampire series, college romance. The brothers are all vampires, but again, it's in college, and it's a like golden retriever male main character, and it just looks so good. The fourth book, I believe, is coming out later this year, but this is, again, the first time it'll be out in Kindle Unlimited, so I'm super excited to read it. I think it's going to be a really, really fun series. Again, I've been waiting and waiting for the series, and I just not have read it. Yeah, and so I think it's going to be really fun on Kindle Unlimited, so I can dip my toes in. Of course, I'll let you guys know, but I think this is going to be really, really fun. Not super spicy from my understanding. It goes a little spicier as the storyline goes on, but I think it's just a fun twist on vampires. It's more of a modern day romance, but with their own twist of frat boys and things like that. So I think it's going to be really, really fun. And that's it. That is all these September reads coming up. I'm super excited if you can't tell, because I'm super excited. I hope you're excited, and I will see you on the next one.